Well, all I'm seeing is a black screen right now, so I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, we should be good now. All right. Actually, before I start, I do want to show something. Can you guys see this? Hold on. I don't know if you guys can see this screen here, but this is on my computer, the background, whatever it's called. The background image just changes all the time just because it's Windows. And this is totally unrelated to the topic of the video, but this reminded me of how all of these squares or sections, I don't know exactly what you would call them, they're all the same size. And as you can see, as you get further away, they get closer and closer together, and they get smaller and smaller. Now this right here should basically disprove flat Earth, because if this were the case, we would see the sun getting smaller and smaller and smaller as it was getting further away from us. But no, that is not the case. Flat Earthers do not understand perspective. Okay, anyways, back to the topic at hand. So tonight, let's do NHL scores. Tonight, we've got Canucks and Oilers, Game 7, last game of the conference semifinals. Just a couple things that stood out to me. The Vancouver Canucks can get their 119th playoff win today. And I was surprised that they actually only had that many, because the San Jose Sharks have right around the same amount, and they've been in the league for 20 less years. So I was actually kind of surprised that they had that few playoff wins. But anyways, if they get to 119 tonight, that means they'll have a chance to get to 127 if they win it all. And I haven't been paying enough attention, but I noticed that this guy is like, he came in because the other starter got injured. And anyways, look at his birthdays, 322 or 223, however you want to say it. And he's the 156th overall pick. And as we just said, the Canucks, if they win tonight, they'll get playoff win number 119 all time, and they'll have a chance to get to 127. And the team that they could face, that is just projecting because there's still one more round to go after this, but the team that they could face in the Stanley Cup Finals potentially is the New York Rangers, we know that New York, 9/11, you get the idea. And that's right. In this Stanley Cup Finals, the Rangers ended a 54-year drought. This is the Vancouver Canucks' 54th season. This is something to think about. And anyways, yeah, and Arturs Shilovs, I think that's how you pronounce his name, it's Shilovs, 156th overall pick. And actually that draft was held in Vancouver, interestingly enough. Now, the one thing that is interesting about this draft, though, is that it was the 57th draft. The Vancouver Canucks this year had 50 wins, which means they have 57 wins right now. And we just saw Darren Detition die at age 57. If the Oilers win tonight, they will get their 57th win of the season. And also, as I mentioned in my video the other day, we saw in Game 5, because remember, Darren Detition died 7 months and 4 days after his birthday, before his birthday, and then the Vancouver Canucks beat the Oilers to become 7-4 in the playoffs. But then, in the next game, the Edmonton Oilers won to become 7-4 in the playoffs. And here it is. Edmonton Oilers 74. Now, if the 74 hits again today, so we know it's hit in the last two games. The Canucks are 7-3 against the Oilers this year. Just to show you, Canucks Oilers this season, including the playoffs. This is all games. If the Vancouver Canucks lose tonight, they'll be 7-4 against the Oilers for the season, and we know 74 has hit in the last two games. We'll see. Also, the Oilers equals 84, and if the Oilers win tonight, they'll be 8-4 in the playoffs. And they just became 7-4 in the playoffs the other day, so we'll see if that hits for them. Also, the Canucks are... No, I don't have... Shoot, they're not... Yeah, I didn't pull this one up. Is Vancouver Canucks... Is it Game 7 record all time? Or is it Game 7 record? Alright, the Canucks are 6-6 in Game 7s. So if they'll lose tonight, they'll become 6-7. Hockey is 67. That we'll see. I don't know. And also another thing about Vancouver, we were just talking about the Vancouver 9/11 things. Vancouver. So Vancouver, British Columbia is 111. So that goes in line with 156. Of course, 9/11 is the 156th prime. You know, Skull and Bones was a big theme on 9/11. And of course, 9/11 happened on the day, leaving 111 days left in the year. But also, this other cipher, I want to say it's this one. Now, I think this might be a stretch because SKV exception, like I could understand, like just to show you the ciphers here. Like I can understand single reduction because it's like you're only reducing each one once. As you can see here, single reduction. But SKV exception, I don't really understand that one. It seems like a stretch. It seems like you're kind of cherry picking. It's like, so you're only gonna single reduce, or you're not gonna reduce K, or is it? Hold on. So it's you don't reduce K, and then you single reduce S, and you don't reduce V. I don't know. That seems like kind of a cherry picking thing to me. But that Vancouver, British Columbia does equal 156 in that cipher, if that's anything interesting. I think single reduction is probably... I don't think single reduction is cherry picking, but SKV seems like it is, to me at least. There was another thing about Rick Tocchet that I'm completely blanking on now. So that Rick Tocchet, he was 4-5 in the playoffs coming into this year. So he's now, was that 12-10? Can I do math? Yeah, 4-5. No, 11-10. So if he wins tonight, he'll either drop to 11-11 if he loses, but if he wins, he'll be 12-10, and Vancouver is 121. So that one could go either way. Again, with this one, if you're the bigger picture to me screams Vancouver in terms of the future, but for this game specifically, because the 74 is hit in the last two games, and the 74 is kind of on track to hit today, if that's the case, because no, sorry, it wasn't that. It was this one, 7-4. Yeah, I mean, as I said, I think Vancouver has the better narrative. I just dropped my pen. Vancouver has the better narrative for the future, but Edmonton has the better riddle tonight. So this one's a tough one. I just wanted to do this quick live stream just to kind of get it out there, just to say what I thought I needed to say. Hold on. Give me a second here. Okay. Sorry, because on that one we're way far back. That's what that was throwing me off. Okay. I think we're good now. All right, I'll end it there. Catch you later.